Good morning and welcome to the start of week 7 of Newport Marathon training. Last time I ran somewhere new. It was the lovely city of Milan. I'm running somewhere new again today. Can you guess where? I'm in the home of one of English football's biggest rivalries, the home of Tommy Shelby of Black Sabbath. Can you guess yet? It's Birmingham. If you didn't guess from those clues, they were pretty obvious. I would have done more, but I don't really know what else Birmingham is famous for. Sorry, Brummies. Welcome to Northwest Birmingham. Supported by no one, according to that sign. Pretty ominous. As with everywhere in England all the time at the minute, it is raining. I read a stat the other day that it has rained every single day this year in the UK somewhere. And it feels like basically everywhere it has rained. It's ridiculous. Proper wet all the time. This morning I'm doing a 12k recovery effort. It was a big weekend, a lot of mileage, 44 kilometers over 2 days. So yeah, trying to take it as easy as I can, but I'm a bit more knackered than I thought I was. Didn't really get much sleep last night. I guess the reason I'm in Birmingham was I went to a gig last night, went to bed a bit late, blah, blah, blah. All that kind of stuff. So yeah, a little bit less sleep than I'd liked, but can't always be perfect. And yeah, I was running around the city centre initially, but Birmingham city centre is deceptively hilly. So I stumbled across the Edgbaston Reservoir, and that is where I am now, running around that. I tell you what, Leeds has a lot to learn from Birmingham's canal area. It's absolutely lovely around here. Relatively clean for a British city, because we don't take care of our cities in the UK, I don't know why. And lots of lovely bars, restaurants. It's like commercialised, but not in a tacky, horrible way. I don't know how to describe it. It's really, really nice. I really like it. I actually can't believe Birmingham gets as much shit as it does for being like a horrible place. It's really nice. Good morning. It is Tuesday. Naturally, it is pissing it down. I'm doing intervals. Today's session is 8x1 with 90-second recovery. It is hammering down. I'm already soaked. I've been out for about 5 minutes. Ridiculous. So I'm just back in from that session. I thought I'd do a little debrief on it now. I didn't actually film while I was out there because it was just absolutely hammering down. It was not nice at all. As you can see, I'm still pretty wet, although I've dried off a little bit now. And yeah, just wasn't enjoyable at all running in that. But of course, we got it done. Sorry, I'm just making my lunch for work this week. And yeah, I'll put the splits up on the screen here. I started pretty good, like slow as I should, and then gradually got faster. I think that culminated in a 3:38 final rep, which yeah, pretty good, pretty happy with that overall. In the driving rain, it was absolutely grim out there. So yeah, good session in the books. Average split was about 3:47, I think, across them all, but that started at like 3:58 and finished at 3:38, so progress. Tomorrow I'm actually doing an impromptu rest day. Usually my rest day would be on the Friday, but I've got an early work call to do tomorrow, which is fun, and so yeah, I'm deciding to do the rest day on a different day instead. But as you say, the beauty of training is that you can just be flexible, change it around what suits you, your schedule, that sort of thing. I'm never too rigid with it. So yeah, a bit of an earlier rest day than planned. I'm going to probably do my core workout tomorrow morning, which I would normally do on the Friday. So yeah, still be doing something. May do the gym tomorrow as well, I don't know, but I should probably use the rest day in its full essence rather than doing that. But yeah, that's Tuesday in the books. I am gagging for a nice warm shower and then gonna go to work. Good morning. It is Thursday and I'm doing 18 kilometers this morning before work. It's into silly season now, guys. I had an impromptu rest day yesterday. This does mean that I'm now gonna have a run of 8 days of consecutive running, but luckily next week is a deload week, so it won't be so intense. I'm in Horsforth at the minute, and it's not somewhere I've ever run through before, although Here's somewhere that I've considered moving out to eventually when I leave the city centre. I tell you what, I'm rethinking that, because it is hilly, man. Didn't realise at the top of a mountain I've reached some form of flow state. Very nice. Good morning, it is Friday, usually a rest day, but I'm doing a 12k recovery today. As I mentioned, I already had my rest day this week, so we're getting after it. As always, the aim here is to keep the heart rate low. I've got my heart rate monitor on, so tracking it, and my Coros screen, I'll show you, but it only has distance and heart rate on it, so I can't possibly get in my head about pace. I came to Woodhouse Moor to run today, but it's pitch black, obviously, and it's not very enjoyable to run around, so I'm just gonna head back into town. I think I don't really know what I'm doing or where I'm going, but yeah, got about 4.5k in, so more kilometers to do, I think. The aim, I think, I just wanted to avoid any hills today, which is stupid because then Woodhouse Moor is at the top of a massive hill. Yeah. Good morning, it is Saturday morning, and after days and days, weeks even, of rain, it's a beautiful day in the city of Leeds. Absolutely stunning. Look at this, not a cloud in the sky. Stunning, absolutely class. So much nicer than the shit I've been running in recently. Today's effort is a 14k easy run. I know that sentence might sound a bit mental, but yeah, 14k. And then we're going to the gym. It is Saturday after all. That was a Christmas tree on the 14th of February. I can only assume they've completely forgotten about it. Good morning. Today is Sunday. That means one thing and one thing only, the long run. We've got a meaty marathon pace session to do this morning. It's 4k, 5k, 5k, 6k with a 1k float in between all of them. Yes, I'm using fancy words now like floats because I learned what that means recently. So here we go, breakfast is served. I was going to watch the Barcelona half marathon live stream, but it's entirely in Spanish and I don't speak Spanish, so it would just be me listening to a language I don't understand for more than an hour. Not really up for that, to be honest. You know, it's a marathon pace session when you're smashing back one of these bad boys. Can't focus, there we go. Beetroot shot. Cheers. They actually do get better the more you have them, so. I eventually caved and did put the Barca half on, even though it is in Spanish. I thought, too interesting for me to not watch it. And it's a pretty fast race by the looks of it. I'd love to do this one year. Barcelona is such a cool city. I've been there, I think, 2-3 times now, and it is just class. Like, I couldn't imagine a better place to have a post-race, like tapas, Estrella. I've dialed in like perfectly to this one. I have literally waited more than 2 hours for my food to go down, properly fueled, energy drink, all that kind of stuff. The Cadence energy drinks make me shake. They have so much caffeine in them, it's a joke. So there we go. That is the first 4k block done, 16:48. Bit ahead, but feeling good. I know that won't last. So that's the second block done, the 5k block. First of two of those, 20, 40, 41. I think something around there. I'm feeling fucking cruisy at the minute. I don't know whether it'll all fall apart in the last 2 reps, but I'm feeling amazing. That is the second 5k block. I put the time up, I forgot it, 20:50 something I think. Starting to feel a bit harder now, predictably so. But yeah, 6k left, let's polish it off. Tunes are fucking hitting at the minute. Bit of Fontaine's in my ears, big shot. What a song to run to. Whew. That is the end. 6k, 24:49. I think often what I say is wrong on the laps. This was pointed out to me the other day, and it's because I'm just going off what my Coros says on the watch screen, but then when I check the splits later on in the lap, they're often different. So yeah, it's not me lying, I promise. That is the Sunday long run done. Now, I'm actually doing this video
on Monday, the day after I did the run yesterday. I just didn't film any content immediately after, but I wanted to do a little bit of a debrief on it because honestly, it is the best I've ever felt in a marathon pace session, like ever. It was just absolutely sensational. I felt like I was flying at times. I think in the clips, I say it like the first couple of reps, the first 4K and the 5K were just class. Barely felt like I was trying. It was absolutely mint. And did start feeling a little bit difficult for the last 6K. Legs started to get a bit sore, but that's just pretty standard when you're running that far and at that intensity. But yeah, 20K banked at marathon pace, which is a super, super positive confidence booster there. And actually the average pace that I did, the marathon pace section of the run at, was 4:10, which is actually 2:55 pace rather than sub-3 pace. I'm not going to do this. I'm not doing this. The goal is sub-3. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. But let's look at some of the data. First 4K rep was 412 per kilometer average. Average heart rate 174. I was wearing the polar chest strap as well, so pretty accurate. Second, the first 5K block 408. Average heart rate 178. Second 5K 411. Average heart rate 174. And then the final 6K average was 408 speed per kilometer, and then 170 heart rate. Couple of nice downhills on the last 6K loop, but yeah, pretty solid data I think there. For context, I think when I ran Chicago, my heart rate, Jonathan Ross over here, my heart rate was around the 178 mark. I think is pretty high. And that pulls the curtain down on another week 7 done and dusted. 97.8 kilometers banked this week. Next week, or technically this week, because as I say, this is Monday now, I am deloading. I'm deloading all over the place. This is the second and final deload week of the training block. So I'm just going to try and enjoy that as much as I can. Running a bit less, sleeping more, recovering more, all the good stuff. So I'm obviously going to bring you as well. Talk you through the deload week, why I do it, what it involves, and what that week actually looks like when it comes to running. Thank you very much for watching this video. As always, it really does mean a lot that people would take time out of their day to watch this nonsense. But thank you very, very much. If you have, do consider dropping a like. If you don't already, subscribe, and even a comment would be lovely. Even abuse, because it boosts the algorithm. Cheers.